All right, let's do another show and tell of autographed records mostly, and some t-shirts. So here we go. Here are the shirts. Also this one that I got at the Exploited show in fabulous Philadelphia. This one is of the band Total Chaos. And it's got dates on the back. Or actually, doesn't have dates. Just has names of cities where they're going to show up. With and without the Exploited. Alright. And here's the Exploited tour shirt that they were selling at the merch table. And there you go. Those are the tour shirts from the Exploited. Alright. First off, last night I went and saw not really a band, a singer and a guy running some electronics. And they were called Adult. And they're from Detroit. And Michael Pilmer turned me on to them. And what they sound like is side 2 of this. And this is Devo. And on side 2 of this is What We Do, Peekaboo, Cameo, and Step Up by Devo. This is a Record Store Day release. And this, Susie and the Banshees. So if you take Susie and the Banshees and you take side 2 of this Devo record, you kind of get the thing that is Adult. So let's put this away good and proper. There we go. There, Devo, Susie and the Banshees. And when you mix them up, you get Adult. This LP is called Becoming Undone. And it's autographed because I bought it from the band last night. And they wrote MP. And they also wrote MP. And they told me that MP stands for Michael Pilmer. So somehow Michael Pilmer, the Devo dude, has gotten his way onto one of my record albums as far as an autograph by a band called Adult. And I really dug seeing them. They were entertaining. And the people that showed up to see them were entertaining also. So that is what I think of the band Adult from Detroit, Michigan. And they let's put this away. They are definitely worth checking out if you're into the techno goth. Alright, so that's an autograph record. Let's get into a little record that I bought at the Exploited show that is not autographed. This is a split with Total Chaos. Jeez, it fell apart. This is a split with Total Chaos and Acids. Acids is from Mexico. Little 7-inch type situation. Lyric sheet. And this is what the little record looks like. And this is just hardcore punk rock. Just thrashy, early DRI style madness on this Total Chaos Acids 7-inch release. And might as well tell you what this thing is called. Revolution Has No Borders. And so if you see this in the little record store, it's worth $5. All right, here we go. This record I picked up at Flipside Records, and they've moved to Berkeley, Minnesota. I mean Michigan. Anyway, this is the Bickersons with Don Amici and Francis Langford. And this is just two people arguing. It's okay. It's worth a couple of dollars. Just for two people arguing. All right, here's another record I picked up at the same record store. And this is the Johnny Carson Tonight Show Compilation LP. Actually, this is the poster. Now, this thing is a double LP, and I don't know where the other record is. Doesn't matter. Anyway, here it is. And if you see this for like $3, it's worth picking up. And the reason why I bought it is because it has Peter Falk on it. But the Peter Falk on this isn't very good. But the George Carlin is. It's on Casablanca Records, like a Kiss album. And it's worth it just for the George Carlin on this release. All right, here we go. Let's get into some more autographs. Okay, I took the record jackets of 3 of, I guess, my rarest exploited albums to Philadelphia in the car, in the Uber, on the plane. I can't believe I took these jackets on a trip that could have, they were running the risk of being messed up, destroyed, bent. Anyway, I took them there to see if I could get Waddy to autograph them, and I did. This is the Beat the Bastards Rough Justice Music for Nations release, and Waddy from The Exploited autographed it. All right. This is The Massacre by The Exploited. Waddy autographed it right there. And this thing is on Rough Justice Records. All right, now let's get to the autograph that you probably won't be able to see. This is The Exploited, Fuck the System on Dreamcatcher Records. And the guitar player, that little guy down there, he autographed it. And Waddy's autograph is there in the black part. And I passed Waddy the record this side up. And that's the side he signed. And he signed it with a black marker in the blackest part of the cover. But anyway, my copy of Fuck the System is autographed by Waddy. Oh, and by the way, that record is really good. And so is The Massacre. Beat the Bastards isn't as good as The Massacre or Fuck the System, but it's still pretty good. All right. Here we go. This is a new record I picked up by The Freeze. It's called Rabid Reaction. And I think they're a band from Boston from the early 80s. And this thing's really, really good. Especially the song No One's Ever Coming Home. Man, that's a great song. All the songs on this are great. Here's the lyric sheet that came with it. This is on Tang Records. And it's not thrash punk. And it's not like the New York hardcore early 80s stuff. These songs are actually well-written songs that are very, very entertaining to listen to. So here it is, Rabid Reaction by The Freeze. Okay, here's another record. This is a record by Destruction, and I paid way too much for this, but What the heck? This is the new Destruction record. It's called Diabolical. Destruction is a thrash metal band, and this is the glow-in-the-dark version. So the rarest one. All right. Here's the lyric sheet that came with it. Here, let's do this. Let's put this thing in a proper jacket since I paid so much money for it. All right. And what does Destruction, Diabolical sound like? Well, here's what it looks like. Very scary thrash metal. But what this thing sounds like is gosh, it's hard to say. I'm not very familiar with 80s thrash metal to do a comparison of this band to any of the others, but when I went and seen them down in Hamtramck, I enjoyed them. They were crazy, scary thrash metal from Germany, and this record is more of the same. So, would I suggest paying a lot of money for this? No. Would I suggest paying $30 for this album? Yes. Yes, I would pay. Yes, I would suggest that you pay $30 for this thrash metal, late 80s DRI fest, just because the singer never gets fancy. He stays just like what this album cover looks like on this release. And this is the only thing by the band Destruction that I have. I don't have anything else. I can't compare this record to anything else they've ever done. But his vocals never wimp out. He stays crazy throughout the whole thing. Plus, they do a GBH cover at the very end of it. Alright, last is this. Believe it or not, I never bought this thing. I heard it the year it came out, and that was probably the last time I ever heard it. Why I kept passing it up, I don't know. But I saw it in the record store the other day. It was only $20. I thought I could live with that price. And after playing it a few times, oh, here's what the record looks like. After playing it a few times, I made a mistake. I should have picked this thing up a long, long time ago. I don't know what my problem was. But this very first Suicidal Tendencies record, every song is great. Every song is a celebration in wild Southern California punk rock. At least I stopped messing up and I bought the very first Suicidal Tendencies. Okay, that's it. The band Adult is great. Thank you, Michael. This is great. This is great. They're all great. All right. I gotta go fry some chicken.